Hai. Generate the wish that your happiness might extend to bring happiness to all sentient beings. This Bodhicitta practice of the exchanging oneself and others is the ultimate and unfailing quintessential meditation for all those who have set out on the path of the Mahayana teachings. That's right. Now it is like how much it is the benefit when you are practice exchanging yourself and others. This is like kind of the ultimate realities, unfailing, quintessential, and also it's like the main like meditation for all those who have someone set out on the path of the great Mahayana's teachings. This is like kind of the Bodhicitta exchanging, like Tonglen, it is the most quintessential, the like kind of the path of the in the Mahayana's teachings. If you really experience that exchange happening even once, it will purify the negative actions and obscuration of the many kalpas and create an immense accumulation of merit and wisdoms. This sort of the meditation here is like even you ask and you have experience truly, utterly, determinedly to have this kind of the experience, exchanging meditations happen. It's really even that once, single one, it will purify all the negative actions. Maybe according to the 84,000 negative thoughts, we have amount of that negative actions. And according to this kind of the negative actions, also we have the obscurations. And obscuration is ignorant, like a kind of the obscured in our mind. Like a kind of the according to these negative actions, there's many different type of the obscurations. Like resuming is we generally to say is the obscuration of the defilement, and it's like holding too much our own self. Obscuration of the cognitive, we have so much confusion about the phenomena. We do not understand right and wrong, lot of kind of the ignorant. And therefore, according that these two obscuration principally, then there obscuration of the absorption, obscuration of the habitual tendencies. Obscuration of the habitual tendencies, a lot of negative appearances. And also it's like the obscuration of the absorptions, and like kind of the difficult to develop any positive aspect into our minds. And whatever we meditate, not clearly, and even if we try to meditate, all the time so wrong, and goes astray path like this. Many kalpas and created many kalpas we did like this according to negative actions. We have a lot of million trillions limitless obscurations. This kind of the kalpas we accumulated negative obscurations. This is like purified. This purified is the accumulation merit positive actions. Here is like if you are practice a single ones, even once, created an immense accumulations of the merit and the wisdoms. Sorry. And also accumulation merit. And accumulation merit purified obscuration of the all defilement obscurations. This accumulation of the wisdoms to purify all the obscuration of the cognitives, and both, and also the purified any kind of obscuration of the habitual tendencies, absorptions, and also through the exchanging meditations, this purified, amazing. And also the exchangings, you give happy to other sentient beings, and others' sufferings really taking on yourself. This kind of, even the one single thought is how much it is the benefit. And this one is both accumulation merit automatically increase, and true merit is accumulations increase, naturally decrease true obscurations, and then it's coming out of the extraordinary kind of the shine, radiant of your true nature of Buddha nature's sun naturally is coming, and then it's Kaya's wisdom is naturally coming. Like this, it will save you from the low realms and from any rebirth that might lead to them. And also it's this kind of the exchanging Tonlens meditations, even once you kind of have really really experience single ones how much it is the benefit. And also you kind of this according that you save low realms sentient beings, and also you kind of stop the rebirth of the lower realms other sentient beings. How we can to help sentient beings, this is the extraordinary this. If you are kind of the serious, honestly to practice exchanging of the tonlens, you never sick, you automatically is your inner kind of obscuration, sickness, hindrance is disappeared. But if you have dualistic mind, a kind of, I give you, but also I need, then it's you concern yourself. Maybe may you think, now at the moment, I'm not Bodhisattva. I need to look after my family. I need to look myself. I need to take care of my children, wife or husband, everything. How I can to do this exchanging practice. But you are kind of actually you doing, give your food, your clothes, your position, your things. You are not really doing. But at the moment you are training your minds. In your mind, you need this kind of idea. You need thoughts like this. Now, this kind of one day is maturated to you, really to make manifested to on you. Now, otherwise, it's all the times, yes, I need to take care of family, therefore I cannot practice. If I do that only, I am sick. Maybe I can to do it, but half not. And like this, even we are the virtual doing dedication times. If I'm fully dedicated, maybe not left for me. So this is kind of the really demon, make obstacle, holding continue dualistic Dualistic minds all the times create the negative actions. Then is dualistic mind is negative actions created. Then these negative actions create a lot of obscurations. If we have a lot of obscurations, then we are a lot of problems, confused, ignored, anxiety, and all samsaric sufferings can occur. And therefore, to eradicate it concerning self-centered and seriously to practice Donglen. In a previous life, the Buddha was born in the hell where the inhabitants were forced to the pool wagons. And then there is like kind of the single ones when you practice benefit for other sentient beings, exchange, how much their result is. Now it's the history of the Buddha. Once is like previous lifetimes. Buddha, he reborn in is like kind of the hell. It is like carrying the wagons like this. He was harnessed to a wagon, like carrying, pulling, like this, with another persons called the Kamaripa, Chokamaripa, Ripa, Kamaripa. These both together, like these days almost no existence. Someone in Europe acting. Ancient times is a lot, but still in India a lot. Maybe in China has disappeared, and some Thailand there is. But in India still you have a lot wagon like kind of pulling or carriers. And like this kind of course, maybe worse, some in the hell, or it doesn't matter, humans. And like this kind of. But the two of them were took week to get their vehicle to move. And the wagon is very heavy, extraordinary heavy. It's very difficult to pull, like kind of the holiness, I don't know. Harness, set of the step. Anyway, like this, very much difficult, heavy move. The goddess them on and beat them with red hot weapons. And also it's like they are carrying these wagons, very difficult because very heavy and difficult to move. And the guardians, like kind of the goddess, they says like not difficult to move, but they like kind of the red hot weapons, they beat it to them, causing them incredible sufferings. The future Buddha thought, this is the Buddha Shakyamuni was like this. Even with the two of us together, we can't get the wagon to move. And each of us is suffering as much as the others. I will pull it and suffer alone, so that his friend of the Kamarupa can be relieved. Then it's like Buddha, he asked to the goddess, put his like horn, this rope like carriers over my shoulders. I'm going to pull the car on my own. Maybe it's like saying, my friend, can you make freedoms like this? But the guardian just got angry when he says like this. Maybe Buddha's like, we are both so much like sufferings. Why, maybe if my friend of the Tokamaripa to be free, I will to suffer my own self. And ask, begging to the guardians to, can you put on my shoulder about the honest? And then I will kiss. But of course, these guardians very much angry, who can do anything to prevent others from experience the effects of their own actions. There's kind of the questions. Yes, but how you can to take others' negative actions result? Can you kind of the move? Can you take yourself? And this possible is this kind of happened, saying the guardians angrily. They said, and beat him about the head with their kind of club stick, or the kind of the beat him very much. And because of these good thoughts, it's the exchange thoughts, positive thoughts, kind of the Buddha, he wanted to take Tokamaripa's sufferings on him. He wanted to give to the happy to the Tokamaripa on these single thoughts. However, the Buddha immediately left that life in hell and was reborn in the celestial realms. Of course, Buddha, he hasn't got any expectations reborn in the celestial realms. He's kind of the tension is the pure, honest, determined, wanted to take suffering of the Tokamaripas, want to give happiness to the Tokamaripas. Surely there's nothing kind of concerning. If I'm do like this, I will reborn in the celestial realms. Nothing concerning. But this action is so powerful causalities, naturally, automatically. Maybe Buddha himself, he's become very sad. Why I need to reborn theirs? Maybe I want to reborn theirs, my friend Karmaripa. And during the kind of we study, we make up the nails, quite very nice. And celestial realms can 100% is to reborn. It is said that his was how the first begin to benefit others. This is the first Buddha Shakyamuni. He's generate Bodhicittas. Another his story tells how the Buddhas, how did, in a previous rebirth as the doctor of the sea captain, Valley Bass, I don't know, it sounds good maybe. Valley Bass. I think it's the Valaba. It's the name of that. Sea captains. Was once again freed from the low realms as soon as he really experienced his exchanging of himself with others. And one is thoughts or the meditation on exchange, and completely his situation is changed. How it is changed? There is his story is continue. There was once a householder called Valaba, all of whose sons had died, like the many kind of the families, and all the sons is kind of the died. They birth, they died. So when another son was born, he decided to name him daughter, in the hope that his works would keep him alive. And it's true sometimes in Tibet, I don't know, this is like maybe also in India, these cultures. If you use like some parents as children as a diet, and many times first children died, then the second children is, in order to survive, they give very, very strange names. Sometimes they call the Chua Nuas. And also like a boy, if like this, give a daughter's name, girl's name. If a girl is sometimes boy's name, like this. Very strange give name. Sometimes it helps, like this. And this like kind of Vallabha's sons order died. Then is one son's coming. He was very much want to save. He give his son name is the doctor. And then it's like maybe he can to sell. And Vallabha when then went to see in the search of the precious gems, but his ship sank. He like kind of the precious. Mm-hmm. And I think the father is Valashibis or Valabiha or Valabaha. It's also it's like he's going to in the sea to take the precious gems, often like his assistant or like assessed or like family lineages died. Also he died. Parashut, he disappeared, died. When the son grew up, he asked his mother, what is my father's caste, occupation had been. This is like kind of the India's like kind of culture. And sons cannot do any other things, only accepted like a father's job continue. If father's hunting, like kind of the business or butcher or any kind of, they need to follow up like fathers. This is the caste. Occupation had been. His mother is like kind of the feelings, very scaring. If she tell to her son, of course called the doctor, but called son, then maybe also maybe he will die. Therefore, fearing that were she to tell him the truth, he too might go to the sea. Mother's, of course, very much scaring. If I'm telling to him a truth, a father's caste occupation, then maybe also he will go and he will, maybe I will lost to him. Told him that his father had been longer to the caste of the grain merchants, like selling the dal, rice, and barley, green things like greens munches. Of course, followed her son. Son's name was the doctor. So daughter became a grain merchant and looked after his mother with the 4 coins of 1 kashapanis, like kind of the India's ruble, like he gave to him. He earned each day to give mom. But soon the other green merchants told them that he was not a member of their caste, and the friend of the green merchants, others, they say, you are not like kind of this caste occupations, because your father's not like this. They like kind of stops. Consequently, it was not proper for him to practice the trade. He cannot do like this. He was forced to stop others. This is like kind of the India culture. You cannot do that. Your father's caste occupation, it is different. He went back to his mother and questioned her again. She need to go into liar. This time she told to him, that is your father had been an incense seller. You should to do incense. He started selling incense, and with the 8 kashapan he earned double times. He's quite a good business. He earned it each day. He took care of his mother. But the doctor was stopped once again. Another his friend surround business. Your father's caste occupation is not incense seller. Different. And this time mother told him that his father had sold clothes. Okay, mom. Then it's no problem. He stopped selling incense and he selling clothes. He set up as the clothing merchant and was soon able to give his mother 16 kashas, like in the rubles, every day earn, give to mother. Same. But yet again he was forced out of business by the other clothing merchants, other sellings, because they kind of the jealousy and his business successful. But reality is that is not your father's caste, the caste occupation. Your father's caste occupation is different. When he was told that he was of the jewels caste, like you are the jewel, like kind of the dealers, he started to sell jewels and brought home 32 kashas. And also maybe on other times mother told your father's caste occupations jewel sellers. He did, and like this. He earned a lot of money to give to his mother. It was what then that the other jewelers take jealous, told him that he belonged to the caste of those who brought back jewels from ocean voyage, and that this was the workers he's born to do so. Then they are telling to the mother said, this is a doctor, and the son, you are not your father's caste occupation. Your father's caste occupation is caste occupations. And that is the completely different. Oh, really? Yes. And which kind of caste occupations? Caste, you do not understand. Caste occupation. Okay? Am I right? Caste occupations. Cost. And then is the occupation. Occupations. Your caste fathers, they caste occupations and voyage, and that is was to work to, was born to do it. Caste occupation. And when he got home that day, same day, he told to his mother, "Mom, I belong to the caste of those who search for jewel in the seas. And Mom, you didn't tell me the truth." Then she was so scaring, of course. "So I'm going to sail across, like across the ocean, the great ocean, to carry on my own trade. And like I need to go to on the sea and to bring jewels, bring back. Mother, you didn't tell me the truth." Of course, mothers cannot to tell, because, and it's like she's afraid. Then he says, "Mom, now I'm going to ocean, carrying on my own trade. This is my father's caste occupations. It is true that you are of the jewel hunters caste," said his mother, or she, "but your father and all your sisters, like ancestors and ancestors," this is, I'm just pronunciation. Ancestors. Have died at the sea in their quest for the jewels. And therefore I didn't tell you. Please do not go. If you go, you will die too. Please don't go. Stay at home and trade, maybe incense, maybe cloth, maybe do other things here." But her son, or the doctor's name is doctor, but son, could not obey his mother's. He prepared everything he needed for this, his voyage, or the journey. As he was getting out, be ready, journey starts. His mother, unable to let him go, caught hold of the hem of his garment, in the like kind of the cloth, holding, whipped. "Oh, please don't go. I will lost to you, and you will die in the sea. What can I do?" He was furious, carrying it, and like kind of unhappy. Furious, extremely kind of the angry, furious, cryings. "And your tears will bring me bad luck on the journey across the ocean." He kicked her in the head and left. Mother cannot do nothing, and then is she, or him, and left into the sea. During the voyage is the French language, but is anyway journey, voyage. Its ship was wrecked, and almost the entire cross was burned. Wrecked, like kind of the, and broken, and was like a drown, it's like drop, or drown, it's like Okay, it's just like this. Okay, but doctor held and first to the plant one piece of the wood and was washed ashore in Iceland. Like he's like kind of holding the plank, and like then it's slowly the sea carried and to broad him at the some in the shore. There is like kind of the some islands. He reached there island, and then it's like luckily he came to a town called Joy, and he came to a town called Joy. Joy is like the name of this town. He arrived there, and there is the beautiful house made of the precious metals and jewels. 4 beautiful goddesses piled a silicon cushion for him to sit on and offered him the 3 white and 3 sweet foods and trousers, t-shirt, and like kind of the back garment. It's everything's white cloth, and they serve us the food, honey, and the like brown sugar, and the sugar is made very nice chocolate ice creams to serves to him. As he is like prepared to leave from that, they like kind of warned him to say, do not travel towards the south. You are very dangerous. Do not go this way. Great misfortune will befall you if you do so. If you go there, and there's very, very dangerous. Great misfortune will befall you if you go in the more like the south. But daughter did not listen and to do road, like kind of like not listen to them, and took to his own road. He went to in the south. He came to a town again called the Joyons or Joos. I didn't know. Like kind of the excellent Joyon is English, like, oh what? Huh? Joyful. Oh yes.
Joyous.
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 Joyous. Joyous.
Joyous. Joyous. Cheerfully, full of the happiness and joy. Joyous. And he arrived in this town, even more beautiful than the ones before he met. Here 8 beautiful women placed themselves at his service, as same as the before, give white cloth, what sweet food, and also they warned him of the great, like don't go more further, they says, great misfortune threaten him of the went towards the south. If you more go to the south, like you are very dangerous. If you go more there, it's like very much like dangerous. do not go there. But he took no notice and set off yet again on the road. Set off yet again. And then again he met in a town called Intoxications. Like kind of the white, maybe it's like a
Intoxication.
intoxications.
Intoxication. Intoxication.
And intoxication. Why they translate this one? Okay. Yes. Everybody is like kind of the drunk areas. The city of these intoxications still more perfect than the others. Like compare the previous two towns, completely different. Absolutely, it's gorgeous towns. He was welcome to 16 exquisite guardians, and more like kind of the beautiful, excellent, this kind of how to say is god dress. Extremely beautiful. Exquisite god dresses, who also served him and warned him as before to say, do not go to the south. Very unfortunate. Misfortune threatened him. But once again, it was to no avail. Evil, no evils. Avails. But once again, it was to no avail. He continued, like he didn't listen to them. He continued on his journey and come open a white fortress whose top touched the very skies, very high. It was called the Guru Brahma's castle. And there's here is the 32 ravishingly beautiful god dress, more beautiful than the others. I don't know, this terminology is one you want to start. Ravishing, not ravishing. Ravishing is like kind of the delightful, enrancing, and ravishingly beautiful god dress invited him inside Guru Brahma's castle. Very beautiful, higher, almost touching in the sky. They repaid him as the prepared him a portion of the silicon cushions, served him with the 3 white and 3 sweet food, same as like before, begged him to stay here, saved. Guru Brahma's castle is extraordinary for you do not go more further south, very dangerous. But he, of course, he didn't listen. But he wanted to live from this. As he was setting off again his road, they said to him, "Wherever you are going, please avoid the surf, because it's like misfortune can arrive for you. Evil will befell you." It's like very dangerous can occur to you. But he felt an urge to go south, urging, busy, hurry up, he want to go to the south. Of course, this is like kind of the karmic winds pushed to him. And south he went. He went in the south. And south he went. He went to south. I don't know. South he went. Soon a fortress of iron rose before him. Its doors soaring up to the skies.
So
fly or the rise higher in the air, soaring up to the skies. Big house. At the gate, he saw a black man with terrifying red eyes and a long iron bear in his first fist. Daughter asked him what was inside in the building. But the man remained silent, saying nothing, gazing ugly, look at him, want to look like beat him. As he came close, daughter looked in and saw many more men like the first, black, red eyes, angry way, carrying iron bear, each individual hands. Feeling of the terror grabbed his whole body, making his hair stand on end. In Tibet, there is one word you call the shazing and buzzing. Cannot to translate. Hair standing and end. I don't know. Terror like grab is like kind of the so it's like scaring. Whole body is like kind of the shaking, and like kind of the nose, ear, and some is like coming out, like almost at a breaking. All the body hairs like standing. So scaring. Like in Tibet, shazing posing means, for example, if you have a very, very cold, and then it's like in the hair of the body is standing, and also is coming like pumper, or I don't know, on the skin. This kind of occurring. He said to himself, what is the shazing buzzing? Shazing buzzing, shazing buzzing. Translate properly. 下行不行，下行不行。Okay. And he said to himself, the dangers, very much now it is the dangers. I didn't listen to mom. I didn't listen to all this previous advice. Now it is a dangerous situation. It must be the doctor they warned me about. And 100% something going on. Like kind of himself he's telling. And dangerous, it must be the danger they warned me about. It is like kind of the nipa, wanted, like kind of something I did negative things. Now like kind of coming the result, he's saying. He went inside automatically, he cannot to stop. There he saw a man whose brain were being pulverized by a steel wheel prevailing on his head. Like kind of one iron wheel and this person's head and naturally turning and
pulverized.
Like kind of the pulverized by a steel wheel, like kind of very special machines revolving on his head. What did you do to deserve this? What did you do to deserve this? He asked doctor. I kicked my mother's in the head, and this is the fully rampant effect. But what about you? Why you're like kind of the head is pulverized because I hit my mother's head. Then is the fully the rampant affected on me. But why you are coming to here? What happened? Yes. Why did you take advantages of the happiness they were offering to you at the Guru Brahma's house, castle? Why did you come looking for suffering here? This person to say to the doctor. And also, of course, the doctor said, I suppose I was pushed here by my karma. Like a candle, the karmic wind is like this. Sometimes when it's like the maturations occurring, we don't want to do things, but automatically this kind of happened. Exactly like this karmic wind like this. It's a true. Thought this like kind of doctor. At that moment, a voice from the sky called out, let those who are the bound be freed, and those who are the freed bound. That meant is like the bounded one, this first person to be relieved, freed. Now new ones need to punish it, to bound. The steel wheel was suddenly spinning on a daughter's head. And you know the Pembakar translations word.
Spinning.
Spinning. Very difficult.
Spinning.
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 Action of the cross of spinning. Spinning on the doctor's head moved this awful will. Like the other man's, like brain, kind of the breaking. His brain was smashed to a pulp and the experienced the most unbearable pain and sufferings. That pain awakened in him, this doctor, a feeling of the intense compassion for all those in the same state as himself, he thought. Surely whoever heated mother's hate, how many other sentient beings suffering like this? Surely, even whatever they did negative things, not only this, their result is the inconceivable their sufferings. In the realm of the samsara, there are other beings suffering, same as my situations, like me, for kicking their mothers in the head. Then it's like kind of the thoughts is coming. May all their sufferings happen in me, and may I alone bear it for all of them. May none of them others ever again experience such pain in any of this successive rebirth. Utterly, purely, he has this kind of exchanging thoughts. Nothing kind of, if I'm generate this kind of idea or thoughts, maybe I will become the Buddhahood or I will become the liberate. Nothing. Fully, seriously, to have these ideas exchanging. I will to take all the sufferings of the sentient beings. Maybe sentient beings to be free from. Like honest and determined like this. Immediately, the wheel is like a flower up into their air. Jumped, nothing. Iron wheel or the hot wheel disappeared. He is like kind of the agony ceased. Agonize, like sufferings is ceased. He soared up to the higher of the 7 palm seats in the state of the bliss. He is like kind of the in Tibet intelligenceism. Kind of the big throne, soft, high, comfortable. This kind of naturally appeared. He was maybe very much shocked, but according to his aspiration or this kind of compassion thoughts, completely changed his situations. The Bodhicitta practice of the exchanging oneself with others is the ultimate reality, indispensable method for attain enlightenment, indispensable, unavoidable. It is like kind of necessary in order to be enlightenment. Without this kind of bodhicittas, impossible to be enlightenment. Therefore, it is very important. Indeed, the Kadampa master of the past used to make it their main practice. Once Geshe Chekava, who know many teaching of both the new and the ancient tradition and who knew many texts on logic by heart, went to see the Geshe Dzogchen. On his pillow, he saw a small text, and when he opened, it came across these sentences: offering gains and victory to others. Take loss and defeat for yourself. You need to recite during your coffee offerings, offer gain and victory to others. Take loss and defeat for myself. That this he saw in these small books. It's like a kind of the Geshe Chekavas in the text. That is the most like offering gain, victorious. It's like giving everything, good things to others. Take loss and defeat for yourself and other sentient beings' sufferings taken to use it. This is like exchanging Bodhicitta's prayers. Okay, now maybe we can stop. 15 minutes.